another episode of True or False, the only podcast for everyone in the family. We bring it to you hot as usual. So let's dive right in. This one, it pain me, and it's really paining me because I'm a lady, and then I know people that have this ideology. Well, that's why it's paining me, right? So I was having a conversation with somebody, and he has I know the babe, they've been going out for a while now, right? So then I asked him how far this babe now, like this joke when you go marry, might come plan your wedding, might come chop rice and all those kind of things. And then he says he never seen wife. And when he sees his wife, he will know. And in my head, I'm like, what did I just hear?
What is your girlfriend?
Do you understand? So it brings me, it gets me wondering what the dating culture in our generation is. Why are you dating somebody? What should be the premise on which you date somebody? Because it's sheer wickedness for you to be dating somebody for 2, 3, 4, 5 years, and in that space of time, you know in your heart of heart that you have no plans whatsoever of getting married to that person.
What the guy did is not good.
I knew he was going to do that.
Let me just say something there. It is not good when it comes to these issues of dating. And you guys always try to victimize the man.
We're not trying to victimize.
I am coming. I am coming.
Okay,
Allow me good, because I don't want to do this.
I'm not trying to say what the guy did was right now, because I will press your neck.
Now they say dating. Now you say he was dating her and he could not tell her after 5 years whether he will marry her. Now the issue is the guy was dating the girl and the girl too was dating the guy.
Either way, who asked who out?
Okay, now the issue is, if he's not telling you in the period of 5 years that he wants to get married to you, you that you are the girl to in the dating ship, can't you tell yourself whether he will get married to you or not, so that you can walk away?
So now you're
understand?
Endorsing what you did.
Because what I'm saying is, if Mr. A is not ready and is not telling you that he wants to marry you right now, can't you move on?
You see this thing that he
understand?
Said. This is another problem.
Understand? It is not a problem. It is a solution, because a girl with a thinking cap 1 year, 2 year, you know whether he is going to marry you or not. Understand?
That will say
this is not loyalty.
No, women don't marry who they love. That's what they say. That's what men will say. That they marry who is ready.
Now we are talking about 5 years. See.
Regardless of how many
Let
years.
me tell you who a man is, because I'm a man. Understand? When I started dating, when I saw my wife,
I don't believe you.
I am coming. When I saw my wife, then I wasn't ready for marriage yet, but I knew this one is my wife, and I was still dating.
These are the issues.
Excuse me. And I was still dating. And whoever I was dating, I'm not even dating you for 1 year, 2 year. We are not talking anything marriage or so or not, because I know my wife. So every man at a point.
Those were things.
Every man in every point knows his wife. So for 5 years as a woman with a man, and he's not telling you or making plans to marry you, what are you still doing there?
This thing that you just said that is a solution.
What are you doing there?
Problem, because
it's not a problem. It's a solution. So the lady will not end up being a victim at the end of the day. You go away. It is 5 years, my brother. 5 years. It is not a joke. Talking of a year. I want to press my neck.
Many times when this kind of
the man is not a victim there. Why? Maybe it is the girl that is even dating the man at that point. The man need help. And the man need help. That man need help too. How will you be dating a man for 5 years? For 5 years, and you cage the man?
Many times, Mr. Bassi.
Can you cage the man? Yes, cage the man.
That's what I was talking about here.
For 5 years.
So many times when this thing that you just said that happens, the scenario will now be that women don't marry who they love. That they marry who is available, because they'll say, okay, you dated this guy for 3, you love the guy, but then you left the guy that you love to marry somebody who was ready at the time. That's what no matter how you choose to play, the blame still falls back to the woman. But my question is, why I say it's wickedness is, as a man, you saw me as a lady, you used your 2 legs and approached me as a lady, asked me to be in a relationship with you, and you know that this relationship is headed to nowhere. Then what was the essence in the first place?
Let me answer you now. Sorry, before you call me.
You self-tired. Because I don't understand. You're endorsing bad behavior.
I am coming. If me and you, excuse me. If me and you now board a boat, and we are going to somewhere, and the boat is about to drown, will I be the one to tell you that?
Nothing like the boat about to drown. You didn't say that the girl did anything.
Don't you know when to
jump out of the boat? You didn't say that they
boat?
had irreconcilable differences.
Nah,
and even if you have, hold on, even if you have irreconcilable differences, it doesn't have to take you 5 freaking years to know that I can't marry this person. Okay, let's get to know ourselves, so that we can see if we can prove. That's understandable. Then you start out the relationship 6 months, 1 year, 2 years. You never say no, say this person, no person, why if you end up with, or who I spend the rest of my life. Then what are you
saying? Do you know?
Maybe the guy has been trying to marry the guy.
You're still wasting the person's time.
He's not wasting.
One particular guy even said that, even came onto social media and said that he's planning to go and pay somebody's dowry. Somebody else, that not the guy he has been dating for 4 years. But before he went that weekend, he found out that his own babe was getting married and he's paying him. He came out to say that he's paying, that why would the girlfriend do that kind of thing? But you want to go and pay another person's bride price.
See, the challenge here is,
Mr. Let's
look at it. Let's look at it as there are some topics that are too sensitive to discuss without talking about how people were brought up.
That's always the basic.
It always falls back to the basics. That is, people cannot become who they are not. My village people will say they know they learn left hand for old age. Anything that somebody portrays at any point in time is just who they are.
Yeah.
Because when we were being trained, this thing that just happened during their relationship would have still played out. If they have gotten married, it would have still played out. That is why a lot of men and women, they get divorced at some point because they don't know what commitment is about. Telling somebody, that is why marriage should not be built on love alone. There are a lot of times people will say, marry your friend, marry somebody. These things are not what sustain. These are not things that sustain. What sustain marriages is maturity. Knowing the long-term knowing the long-term consequences of your short-term actions and being able to act accordingly. Because as our parents, what some of the things that kept their marriage for years was not love. It was commitment.
In many cases,
it was maturity.
On days that you don't feel like you
don't feel exactly. It's maturity and commitment. So, because somebody you've dated and maybe along the line he met this lady 7 months ago, right? And now he's feeling differently. That means everything was based on the feeling. He was just there for 5 years because he never saw somebody who was actually better.
So why didn't he tell her off?
Now I'm coming. We are still going back to the conversations that went on before the relationship even started. Now, it means that if he can do this, even in marriage, he's going to see somebody who is better than this woman, and then he's going to fall off. And this is where maturity comes in. This is where commitment. Mr. James, I'm coming. When people were talking, I didn't actually interrupt because I wanted us to create a good background, a context about this. So we people who are not slaves to their feelings are people who should get married, because one of the reasons that families are in disarray. Exactly. One of the major reasons that families are in disarray, which have actually translated to destabilized and dysfunctional society, is because of what has happened at the family level. Now, and also during when you're dating somebody, I don't want to actually bring up my personal experience actually, but when I was in the university, I was not involved in relationships because I don't know how it just happened. I came from a family where I was angry, like I was an angry kid when I was coming up. Yes, because I didn't like what was going on. I grew up amongst young people, people who were in their 25s,
you saw all
26s, 27s, and none of this. I saw how they were doing their relationship something. There was this man that I actually was looking up to as a young person. As young as I was, there was this day I know he had a serious girlfriend and all that. You get. But there was this day, I don't know what we were looking for. And we were in one place. So we went to this place. So I don't know what I was looking for because I never goes to his bag before. I never. But somehow, I don't know what took me to that place. I opened the bag, I saw condoms. Like I was extremely disappointed.
Because
I was extremely disappointed. I was like, dude, is that what people are supposed to be doing? Do you understand? So I was, as a kid, so I was always angry about relationships because I see people who wanted to just have sex, you get, and then they are looking for somebody who they will have the sex with. And because they don't want to be perceived as people who go to who pay prostitutes to do it. Okay, let's get something girlfriend. Like let's call it girlfriend.
On this particular topic,
let's call it girlfriend.
Like this main one, it is vice versa.
I'm coming.
Yeah.
So
ladies do it.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. We said that if the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable.
Yeah, sure.
Now, if I want, that was why I never, before I entered any serious relationship, was the lady I wanted to marry.
You see this thing that you just even said, because it's even a problem. People will do relationship.
Exactly.
Seriously.
Because even before
it's not serious, what are you doing?
So that's why a lot of ladies are in psychological, they are traumatized psychologically even before they enter marriage. So when they enter marriage, they are dealing with a lot of things because
all the trauma.
They don't, I don't know, their mental health has actually been destabilized. Yeah. So you start, because of the ugly experiences you've had in relationship, you just carry these junks to marriage. Yeah. I just feel like, for me personally, I just feel like before you enter into any relationship, number one, I don't think, have that conversation first. Where are we heading to?
Yes.
I can't just jam a lady on the road and we start talking nonsense. You're fine, you're this and all of that. No, I just feel like something should bring us together. Maybe we are working together. When we start having conversation, you see it starts building, and all that. Yes, let's have conversation. Yes, when we say okay, let's meet, then you start having that conversation. You know, start talking about purpose. Okay, this thing we are doing now, two of us being together. Where are we heading with this thing? And then along the line, if that relationship is heading towards somewhere, and people should be having the thing that started the relationship is something people should be discussing every time. Now we've been here like this. When are we planning the wedding? When are we planning this? When are we starting this business that we talked about? When are we doing this that we talked about?
But you know that,
and at some point, if it takes, if you start feeling differently, because a lot of people who are slaves to their feelings, if you start feeling differently, it takes maturity. That's what I'm saying. It takes maturity to say, okay, I don't think the purpose of this relationship is actually being fulfilled. And I feel that let these people go their separate. And let me tell you a story. Let me tell you a story. There's this guy.
Nobody's saying that you must marry.
This one is not. This one is not.
When you know that it's not headed to.
Exactly. This one is not even about because we talk about ladies when they do it to a man. If you don't marry this person, stop collecting. See, if you're not interested in what this person is presenting, we've also been we're talking about the man now. We've said it is vice versa. It's not really just There's some ladies who train somebody in school and then they end up, doing something different.
My friend trained people.
Thank you, my brother. That's what I'm saying. No, it does happen. I'm not saying it's still the same thing applies to these both. Exactly. Train your daughters to be responsible, and as a father, make sure you provide for your daughters. Let's not leave people who their dads are dead and all of those things, who depend maybe on their uncles and all that. Yeah. But if you're a father and you're there, provide things for your parents so that your daughters don't depend on their boyfriends for what their father should do for them, because that makes you as an irresponsible father. You there, because these are things that are causing chaos in the society and destabilizing our society. There's something that happened where a guy that they've dated for whatever a long time, and there's been a lot of commitments. There's been a lot of sacrifices, and for whatever this person just finds out that this girl is getting married. I don't know whether it's this story that maybe the girl or guy actually laid a curse on this and then she felt like she can just go, because a lot of things there's something I saw on social media where they say the boyfriend, to tell you the level of naivety, they say the boyfriend that left you to marry and nothing will happen to him, he's still going to succeed. And then the girlfriend that left you after paying their school fees, nothing is going to happen to him. This is also a definition of how naive, how inhuman we've trained our daughters, how I don't know how destabilized the society is, and how our mind, like how dark our minds are.
No,
because you feel like you can hug somebody and get away with it, and all of those things. Do you get? There's consequences to all the actions. We have to teach our children this.
Has already painted that scenario that nothing actually happens when society
exactly.
So here's one
but in real life, we know if you mess up with people like that, something actually happens.
Let's bring it
It does.
So what I'm trying to say is that I'm not saying that because you started out dating somebody, you must end up with them, right? That's not what I'm saying. Because I started out wanting to, with the plan that okay, this was going somewhere, right? But if at any point in between we realize that we cannot together achieve
Exactly.
that purpose.
Let's have that point. Exactly. Maturity tells that.
Point staying together.
Excuse me now.
However, it doesn't also mean that because you've put in so much commitment, so much money, it means you should now go ahead and do what you know that is going to be detrimental to your future.
The reason I didn't talk about doing the
Some people will say, I trained her in school, I should marry her. 2 months commitment has gone down. I've already stayed with him for 5 years or 7 years, so I must marry him.
The reason I didn't talk about whether there was a problem.
So you want to
the revelation
and see
if there was it. Yes, because I still believe that.
Going to work,
I for one.
My problem is
with that,
you already know in your mind.
The man will say, let them die because you know why. See, let me.
And then you still stay there.
See, when a man invests,
and you didn't break up with her, he's coming to say
exactly. I'm getting
listen. See, when a man invests in a woman, understand? When a man invests in a woman and she graduates, whether that love is there or not, now you see that love that started him to invest, that love hardly dies. Understand? So whether that marriage will not work or not, that man would like to go inside that marriage first.
It's a broken relationship or a failed relationship better than
that man would like
marriage.
that man would like to go there first. Collect his share of his investment first.
What was the share of investment?
I'm very lost.
Collect his share of his investment first. Then if the marriage want to scatter, let it scatter. Now, let me make it this way now. Now, we were coming from he was dating her for 5 years and the thing did not work.
It's not like the thing did not work. He says that he has not seen
they worked.
There are 2 different stories.
Let me use my kid understand here. Let me use my kid. Let me use my kid's sister as an example. She was dating this guy, Sam, also, and the guy wanted to marry her, but the marriage was taking long for her, and she wasn't comfortable. The guy would tell her, "I'll go to South Africa. I'm schooling in Nation University."
You don't have to give us his profile. Just,
No, even though he knows his profile and he hears, he cannot come and talk to me. Understand? Because he knows me, I am brutal. So when the thing was not going the way she wants, she woke up She woke up one morning and she told me, "What do you want me to do?" I said, "What is the guy?" She said the guy is in love. The guy is just there, but she felt the guy was using her as a trophy just to keep her around and play.
Yeah.
Even with the engagement ring he bought and everything, she just woke
up. That's fine.
Now she woke up one morning and she said, "I am done." Because a man that wants to settle down,
how do you even know that they are being taken on a marathon?
Baba, 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 years, 5 years. Do you know what is taking a lady for 5 years to do? No.
So does that make it right?
You are saying that he's going to propose to another person. It's not like he's not ready. No. Yes, the man that you are ready.
It's not ready.
The man that you are ready after 5 years. Why not marry the person now? Why should you just
because
no, it's not about being ready.
When you date a guy for 5 years, what do you want him to get married to again?
You are we actually
what do you want him to get married to again? When you date a guy for 5 years, that guy I've seen everything, eating everything, lick everything, the plate is empty.
I don't believe you right now.
Good. So my advice to the lady: don't date a guy for 5 years. Don't even date a guy for 4 years.
It's not your only love.
You understand? Yeah. No, I will born daughter by the grace of God. Understand? And no man.
I still trying to have kids.
When I have 1 billion in my account, I can have a kid.
So we have to bring it to a close. We have to wrap it up.
So ladies,
if you didn't take anything out,
don't run that marathon with them.
Firstly, when the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable.
Please don't agree.
Don't hide under the premise of dating just because you want to look for somebody to be having,
having amorous relationship with.
Yes.
And you
talk
know
to
that
these ladies. Talk to these ladies.
If you don't properly define something from the beginning, just be rest assured that you should always define these things properly. There should always be some form of definition. I've never been a person that believes in the school of thought. Let's just be going and be saying you understand. And if at any point you feel like you're not achieving
and I also said
the purpose of that relationship, it's best to call it quits. Save everybody the drama and the stress and go home.
Everybody save yourself the stress and go. It is not the man that will be saving stress.
Tell us what you think.
To save your stress and go home.
That's what you think.
You shall allow the men breathe.